A humanitarian amnesty demonstration took place outside the Leinster House in Dublin this week. That's the government house in Dublin. This week, on Wednesday, the 10th of December 2025, hundreds of people rallied in Dublin seeking or asking the government of Ireland to give 1,500 asylum seekers in Ireland amnesty, leave or permanent stay, stamp 4, whatever you can call it. This rally was led by Abolish Direct Provision Ireland group. They believe that the EU migration path will worsen the experience of applicants, and there's a lot of concern and a lot of complaint that is coming out of the fact that people are saying that some of these applicants are being processed very quickly, and there's no proper check happening. They gave a lot of different people gave a lot of their different experiences, those who are in the asylum centers at the moment, which many of them have received deportation letters, and those who even try to appeal it, most of them have gotten a kind of a quick letter back, just rejecting that appeal and giving them a negative decision as well. So I'm just going to literally read what was reported in the Irish Times about the rally that happened on Wednesday this week and what the group are demanding for, which I said earlier that they want the government of Ireland to give 1,500 asylum seekers in Ireland amnesty, to give them a permanent stay, give them the chance to have their documentation to get legalized so that they will go out and work and contribute to the society. But let me read what exactly was reported in the news by the Irish Times, okay? So concerns have been raised about potential shortfall in forthcoming migration regulation during a Dublin rally requesting an amnesty for a group of about 1,500 asylum seekers. That's what they're saying. We want the government to legalize 1,500 asylum seekers before the government's new EU migration pact really kicks off in June next year. Ireland is set to enforce the EU migration asylum pact by June next year, tightening legislation around international protection. The European Union has said new regulation will accelerate border procedures, facilitate more efficient return for unsuccessful applicants. But the Abolish Direct Provision Ireland, a grassroots organization that supports and campaign on behalf of asylum seekers, believe the new approach will aggravate existing problems. Okay, they said that they don't believe that this migration path will help because it will just fasten the process, and that means that there's chance that people's application will not be properly looked at, that there might not be proper investigation, and that will lead to a lot of problems as well. That's what they're saying. So the spokesperson for this organization called Abolish Direct Provision Ireland, Angelia Russell, said attempt to process asylum seekers faster will lead to more mistakes being made. Okay, as I said earlier, we are receiving other people's documents. She said that some people are just getting random document that is not even their own from the processing centers. Our children are being processed as single applicant. Okay, these are just different kind of mistakes that have been made as a result of the fast processing of the application. That's what she's saying here. People aren't received their interviews. I've heard a lot of complaint about this as well, and they miss the interview and immediately get a negative decision. So some people miss their interview date to get to hear about their application case and all of that, and when they miss that, they get bad decisions quickly without any warning. She said during the demonstration outside Leinster House on Wednesday, this is what she was saying at that demonstration on Wednesday. She said again, so many mistakes are happening that we don't feel the EU migration path has as quick as it is coming is going to do what it is supposed to do. So he's saying that because it's so fast and processes are happening so fast, that she believes that it will not solve the problem as it's meant to. So now many hundreds of campaigners gathered at the International Human Rights Day to request an amnesty for 1,500 asylum seekers. This on Wednesday, the 5th of December, was an International Human Rights Day. So that was an opportunity for people to go out and seek for this humanitarian support from the government of Ireland. And many arrive on buses from direct provision centers across the country. So most people came from different direct provision centers across the country. And the team, and what was a lot of people were carrying placards, and what was said mostly at that campaign was stop the deportation. A lot of people carry signs saying stop deportation, we want justice. So that was a theme, that was the whole thing that they were looking for at that rally. So the amnesty sought is for stamp 4. They want the government to legalize 1,500 asylum seekers, to give them stamp 4 immigration permission. That stamp 4 is the kind of immigration permission you get, like a permanent stay where you renew every 2 years, and with that you can work, you can access many services in Ireland. That is what this group are looking for, that the government should do that for them, so that they will have their stay and this fear will be over for them. And before this EU Migration Pact come into effect, they want this thing to happen. And they also said that they are committed to leaving the asylum centers, if this is done, to go and start living their own life. And so that is all that people, this group were looking for. The leader of the abolished direct provision is Miss Russell, who arrived in Ireland almost 6 years ago from South Africa. She said she was still attending tribunals and appeals regarding her application for international protection, and concerns have been raised by other human rights groups, including the Irish Refugee Council and the Irish Council of Civil Liberty, around gaps in legislative process for dealing with vulnerable asylum seekers, as well as the likelihood of credible applicants not being recognized as procedures speed up. Okay, the same concern that has been raised by Abolished Direct Provision Group has also been raised by other organizations in Ireland that support migrants and asylum seekers. So this is all that's happening, and there's something else that was noted in this report, which is also so important for people to remember, is that last month the Minister for Justice in Ireland, Jim O'Callaghan, said the number of people coming to Ireland to seek asylum was too high. Okay, he said more than 80% were applicants were refused, and that on appeal between 60 to 70% of those appeals were also refused. You can see the quickness that people are complaining about there. So this group, the Abolished Direct Provision Group, said its members deserve the opportunity to live without constant fear of deportation and to demonstrate their social value. We are asking for a chance now to get out of limbo, to have the chance to contribute to the society that we now call home. This is what they are looking for. What do you think yourself? Do you think this is a good idea, that the government will legalize and give this permission to 1,500 asylum seekers so that they'll be able to settle, leave the asylum centers, start to work, start to do their things? And or what do you think yourself? Tell me what you think in the comment section. This is an information for those seeking asylum in London and for everyone. I always do information like this for immigration policies and everything immigration in Ireland. So give me a follow so you don't miss any update. Thank you for listening. Share this video, like it, and come back here for more.